So I was in the airport with me, my wife, Nicolas Cage, and his, I think, girlfriend at the time.
Yeah.
And
Who you were very jealous of.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. I just love, you know what it is about Nicolas? He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He does what he's going to do. And every single movie you see him in, he's giving you 110%.
It's true.
He never phones it in. He's always doing his best, no matter what.
I was going to say, he enjoys himself. He enjoys himself.
Yes. And he's also
you can
able
always
to
tell he's having a good time.
Yes, I agree. Okay, so I'm going to make this as quick as possible. So
You don't have to.
I see him in the work permit area in the airport, and I'm waiting, because I wanted to make awkward, and we're all leaving now. And I said, hey, I'm just such a huge fan. I just want to let you know. And he said, thank you very much, because he loved Elvis, and that's how he said it. Now. I didn't realize we had to go line up into a different place to pay. And so
now we're standing
now I'm
next to each
stalking
other.
him.
Oh God.
So then we go to another area and he walks by us again and I kind of waved. Mm-hmm. And then a series of events happened. He was on Coach or something and someone took a picture of him and then it became a meme or something and then this and that. And then my wife, I forgot about that. And then 7 days later she goes, I wonder what Nicolas is doing. And I was like, who the fuck is Nicolas? Who are you talking about? And then she was like, Nicolas Cage. And we went on a deep dive. And I found out he owned castles. He had a shark. He had a albino boa constrictor, the this and that. And I just went on a deep dive.
Yeah.
Cut to 2 months later.
Okay.
We're in Venice, Italy.
Yeah.
And we're walking. And my wife grabs my arm. She grabbed my arm. And there was this old guy kind of hobbling with it. I don't remember. It was a nice store that he came in. A hat, cane, he was walking. And then we got into St. Marco Square. Yeah. And he turned around and it was Nicolas Cage. And of course, what do? I go, we just saw you in Canada, like a freak, And then
he's stop following me.
Yeah, and then someone else came up to him, was taking a picture, and went in Europe, a lot of touristy places, someone will place a flower in your hand and then say, give me money.
Oh, yeah.
Give me five.
See, I'm like, oh, that's so nice. Yeah.
But Yulia was, what do I do with this flower? And I took the flower and I gave it to the guy and I said, leave us alone. I turned around, Nicolas was gone.
Oh.
He had vanished.
And then you hit the man with the flower.
No, but then I stalked. Then I totally stalked. There were paparazzi pictures because he was there for
I love you're let me tell this short story of how I stalked Nicolas Cage.
Okay. So we were like, he's got to be staying in a 5-star hotel or something. And we stalked him around and we went to, we found a picture of him in Venice and we found the hotel that he was in. Yeah. And then I was like, this is creepy.
It's very creepy.
And then we were in Berlin because that's where my wife was
that's where
from.
Nicolas Cage was.
And then he was there in my wife's hometown of Aachen.
What?
Being honored for some charitable thing that he was doing. And so, and also, by the way, when I was in Venice, I had a dream about him. That Nicolas and I...
Because you were spending all your time looking up his whereabouts and everything about him. Of course you had a dream about him.
And Nicolas and I, in the dream, we were taking
walking down the aisle.
No. We were taking up floorboards. You know that.
Your dream is to do flooring with Nicolas Cage?
No, we were taking up the floorboards, and there was a classic violin in there or something. I don't know. It was probably from National Treasure.
Yeah. Okay.
That hit me, but.
We're digging up George Washington's fiddle. Yeah, I got it.
So everybody now is my friends made me a shirt because I also like La Croix, the drink, And so they gave me a shirt with his face on it and said La Cage.
Ah, that's
and then
fantastic.
They made all of the
now
names.
I know what all of your gifts are going to be because I have another friend who's obsessed with Nicolas Cage and all of her gifts are these crazy over
there's
the top
the pillow
Nicolas
of his face.
Yeah,
you can do that, and that's why I love the movie so much that he did the unbearable
because
where
it was
he played
very
himself. And it was so great. And then Pedro.
Yeah, Pascal.
Pascal had a whole museum to him.
Which you also have. I'm sorry. I don't mean to put you on blast. I just think it's so sweet how much you love Nicolas Cage.
I do. Because
and then I'm going to say this one last thing. Yeah. And then I'm going to ask you a question. And then we have got to let everybody go on with their lives.
It's over?
I know. You went on about Nicolas Cage for 20 minutes. Yes, it's over.
I'm sorry. Nicolas, if you're out there. He did an interview.
Yes.
for, I think it was GQ magazine or something, but it's online. It's an interview where he talks about his
love for you.
10. I wish his 8 or 10 iconic roles where he talks about where the inspiration came from for those roles, like Arizona, Raising Arizona. Yeah. He was like, I think they made him audition several times. I don't think they wanted him to be the guy, but he forced them.
Well, he's a very specific actor. So it's like he's either the guy or not it.
Yes. And he was like, I'm like a woodpecker. I'm like, what are you with woodpecker? So his hair is like this, and that was like he embodied like a woodpecker. He's got a tattoo of that. And if you watch this interview, Jen, it's so cool because all of the stuff that he brings to the characters that he plays comes from it's like he touches in to like something out of his outer body experience, and he brings it into the roles that he's doing.
But you don't do that. There was an interview with Johnny Depp I remember reading when I was younger about Edward Scissorhands, where he talked about like I was really influenced by a dog I had as a
puppy.
child. Yeah, and it's something that I've done. Can't remember if it was because of that interview or just like a combination of actors that I really love that did that. But when I read a script, I literally will write in the margins like flashes of things that come to my mind and like inspirations or whatever. And then I'll kind of put an amalgamation of all those things together. And that's kind of how I build that character. So it can be the most random things, but it's kind of crazy when you like put it all together, how it kind of comes to fruition of a person.
Yeah, no, I love that. I mean, sometimes I'm breaking down a script for an audition or something, and I'll say, why am I saying this? What is happening? What am I trying to get across here? What's the ultimate goal? That kind of stuff. And I haven't, I don't know. I could be a little more shy or something, but I haven't been like, oh, this character is more like a dog or more like that or something. I mean, there's different characteristics that are unique to that character that I'm playing. Like I played a crazy guy, and I just modeled it after my dad from the movie The End, which if you haven't seen, is great with Burt Reynolds. It's he plays a crazy guy.
What was the first R-rated movie that you ever saw?
Dressed to Kill.
Dressed to Kill?
Yes.
You had that answer so fast.
Well, because I know. My dad said, no, you're not allowed. Yeah. And I watched it, and it's Michael Caine. Mm-hmm. I don't want to ruin anything, but he's dressed to kill is what happens. Hey. But it was intense. I think Angie Dickinson was in it and Michael Caine. And it was grown up and intense. And I do remember watching The Exorcist, and I wanted to watch it, to be a grown up, and
with that white face.
I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep
that
for
white face.
A long time. Hey, can I say it?
Yeah.
Your mother sucks cocks in hell. That's from The Exorcist.
You just made there's going to be either two kinds of people. There's always the people that are just like, I heard Jerry curse. That's so funny. Or the people that are like, don't do that. That just ruins my ears.
I'm just quoting the movie.
That's the movie. That's true. It's just a movie quote.
Okay.
Kids.
What about you?
A lot of the ones that at first I was like, oh, Sixth Sense, but that's PG-13. So I'm trying to
great movie,
think. It's a great movie, and Titanic was a big one. But that's also PG-13, I think. I'm trying to think what my first rated R one was. It had to have been a horror movie.
I still can't believe that we talked to Paulie Litt, who was
me, myself, and Irene.
Yeah, he went to go see when he was 7.
Yeah. No, it's true.
Because he loved Jim Carrey and his mom. I love what she said to him. She said, it's just a movie.
It's true. Well, that's how my mom felt about Titanic. Because my brother was obsessed with Titanic. We wore those two-part VHSs out.
I might have just rewatched the entire movie the other day.
It's a movie that I can literally be at a Cheesecake Factory across the restaurant. If it's on, I'm glued. I'm hooked to it. It's so good. I saw it when they re-released it in theaters, sobbed. Yeah. The guy I was dating at the time thought I was a crazy person. And I am a little, but that's fine. But I think, like I said, it had to have been a horror movie. Maybe it was like The Hills Have Eyes, or like.
Is that a good one? I don't know that one.
It's a remake. Yeah. It's a remake. I don't even know if it's art. Like I'm really hard. I think a lot of them are PG-13.
You could get back to us on this.
Yeah, stay tuned. Stay tuned. I watched a lot of PG-13 movies that were, but there had to have been maybe Blue Velvet. Maybe there had to have been a rated R movie before then.
That was with what's his name from Dune and
yeah,
and all
that.
And
with the weird breathing apparatus.
Dennis Hopper was
yes
doing the whole.
Yeah, that whole thing. Thanks so much for watching that clip of Wizards of Waverly Pod. If you want the full episode, head over to our Wizards of Waverly Pod YouTube channel at the link in the description. And if you just can't get enough and you want exclusive weekly bonus content, join our Patreon now. There's a link in the description for that too. Imagine that. Thanks for tuning in.